Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi! My name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, I'm excited to share with you one of the most creative and customizable divinatory systems I've come across in a long time, and that is the Publishing Goblins Oracle Dice. This is the second edition. This was created by the creator of the Alleyman Tarot, Seven, so thank you so much to Seven for sharing this with us, and their third edition is launching today, May 1st, 2025. So all of the links will be down in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comment by me in the comment section. So that way you can check it out if you want to check it out, support if you want to support. If you are somebody who really loves throwing charms, bones, runes, trinkets, whatever the case may be, this might be something you would be interested in because it's very similar to that. And you can add that in with this die set. It is incredibly customizable. I'm blown away. Let's get into it. So the three items that you see here are the die, which includes 22 different die in a bag here, the grid that's double-sided, and the guidebook. This is all going to be the season set for $65. The new third edition is going to be called the Keykeeper set for $69. All of these items too can be purchased separately if you want to, but if you're gonna want the whole system, I recommend just doing the season set. But anyway, let's get into it. So before we get into the die and the mat here, I kind of want to just show you the guidebook because that's the great way to start. This is fully color printed and has everything you need to know about the system. And when I opened everything up, it was a little overwhelming at first, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm one of those people that gets stressed out by reading new game board instructions for board games. So, but that being said, this was very easy to understand and it's guiding you through every single step. And not only that, but you can use this system however you see fit. You don't even need to use the grid system should you not like it. So the grid system is really interesting. The one that I've been using the most is the seasons one, which is this one here and shown down below. And the other side has to do with time. But you cast the die on the grid here, and then each of the sections of the grid and the X and Y axis all have a different layer to your reading, as well as the seasons on the outside. So again, it's very immersive, very customizable, very intriguing. And it recommends that out of the 22 die, maybe you start with just a few to kind of get the feel of the system, and specifically starting with the seasonal die, like this one is winter, and start with those four and see how that goes with your reading. And then additionally, you can throw in the other ones that you feel called to and see where they go. So not only do we have the grid layers, we also have the layers about the die and how they land and are next to each other and how they correspond together that way. So if they are next to each other, that might mean that they're working together, those ideas. Or if they land in shapes such as like a triangle, a square, or a circle, that can mean other things as well. So shapes can have important meaning. Dice that end up in a triangle bunched as a group of three often show things that are holding up the top die, things that are needed to keep the top die in existence. Sometimes this is a message on what you need to maintain, while other times it shows what bad things have come into your life as a complication of two other forces. So very interesting. And if you are somebody who reads with charms or with bones, that's a similar concept. Not only that, but we also have lords who preside over the dice, which give it another layer. And those lords will be in the beginning of each of the dice suit, I'll say, in this guidebook. And then on top of that, the guidebook is amazing in how it's organized because the suit, I'll say, for the die is color coordinated to the color on the die. So immediately you know where your section is in the guidebook, or if you forgot what that die was representing, you can flip right to that section in the book. So that was helpful with me learning how this system works as well. So I feel like this was lovingly thought out and lovingly created because it was so easy to kind of just run through and understand right out of the gate. And the symbols on the die itself were easy to interpret intuitively. They were clear. Like this one is the relations die, obstacles die. The one that I thought that was very interesting that I used for my shadow work was the wound die. So some different wounds that we could be inflicted with. That was really intriguing and interesting. Then this Mariner die was really cool too. I felt connected and drawn to that one. The anchor came up for one of my readings and that was definitely accurate. So it's just well thought out and well done. And in the back of this guidebook, in the back of the book has sample readings. So that way you can run through an example and then understand it from that point of view too. So if you are one of those persons that need to kind of see it done, the sample readings are great for that, if that's how you learn. So much information. And then also in the back too, there is a compilation of what it might mean if the die ends up in a particular order, also specific to the time grid. And I'll show you the full time side of that matte grid. And then the opposite side of the seasons in full here. What each section means and the season grid, what each section means. So it is fully in here. There's so many ways to utilize this. You can also use your tarot cards on top of this before you throw the die to add another layer. But there's also the Lord's Oracle that you can purchase separately that have the 22 Oracle cards. There's the back. It's a shiny. Quality is great too. That is medium thickness for me. But it has all of the Lords in here, so you can add to your reading specific where you want to put them or throw them down however you choose to read. This is an add-on option, which was really cool to, you know, add another layer to the reading. And another add-on is their 138 card die face oracle. So all of the die is on the cards here. So it was really cool. This comes with a little guidebook as well. It's really cool to see all of the die in here. So this is the action die, and it will tell you what die it is and then the face meaning. Really cool to see. So if you are somebody who loves the concept here but might not be able to utilize dice in every situation, this might be something to look into, but also to help you kind of learn the system in a way that maybe you're used to with cards. It might be easier. For me, that was a helpful thing to kind of see it laid out in the cards first. So that's an option. And the guidebook too has quick little meanings. So again, if you kind of just want to down and dirty reading, it might be a cool idea to get the Oracle deck too. Then another option too, if you are somebody who likes to write their readings down, they have a journal here that walks you through a reading with the grid. So you can add your dice in and the face of it and then write everything that you need to know on the reading down in your journal. So that was a really cool option to see too. And the last add-on I'm going to show you is the wooden box for the die. This was phenomenal. I was blown away with this because I've never had a die set ever with a container, and I just felt really magical with it. And the logo for each die is engraved on here, and I thought that was really a neat concept too. And on the back we have the Publishing Goblin logo, wooden, and then on the inside you can add the die in here. I'm just going to add one so you can see. But the great thing about this lid too is it's velvet, and so if you have your die and you choose to do it on the go or in places maybe that doesn't have a safe area for flying die, this might be a great way for you to use it, or a traveling set, so to speak. This was really cool to utilize in readings as well, especially like, again, if you like to do a quick and dirty kind of reading. And again, quality is insane. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And I highly recommend, if you are somebody who loves to use new systems, or even if you are somebody who enjoys tabletop games or role-playing games, this might be for you to kind of tap into. I think my husband, because he's one of those people, would absolutely love this system because, again, you can use, you know, as many or as little of the die that you want to. You can use the grid or not. You can use it just by itself. The options are endless, and that's what makes it so cool to use and such a great creative system. Like I said, it is something that I was blown away with just by the sheer amount of ways that you can utilize it and the layers that go on top of the layers on top of layers. So if you are somebody who is really intrigued with diving in deep into your readings, your querents, this might be something to look into for you because the options are literally endless. And like I said in the beginning of the video, you can add in your charms, your bones, your trinkets, your runes with this, your tarot cards, even other oracle cards. It doesn't necessarily have to be within the publishing goblin. Like, this is something that you can just continuously add on to. And I love that. I think that this is something that is only going to get better, especially with these new editions that come out. I cannot wait to see the 3rd edition. So speaking of the 3rd edition, that is going to be called the Keykeeper set, retailing for $69. It's going to be an upgraded guidebook, a empty box that will contain everything in it. There's also a new chest, and that dice chest that's for $45. That's completely customized for the publishing goblin. It's like going to be a modified jewelry box that can fit both full dice sets in a top shelf, and it has a flip open glass lid so you can see the dice sets through the top, and it has drawers to fit the guidebooks, reading cloths, accompanied tarot decks or oracle decks, the reading journals, and more. That's going to come in a black or dark green faux leather. And if you purchase the chest with both oracle dice sets, that's going to be $170 altogether. If you already have this 2nd edition set, you can just upgrade the set by grabbing the updated guidebook and the cheat sheets that come with that as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, that's always an option. I highly recommend you checking out the links because, like I said, I am just blown away by this, and I haven't come across something so just amazing in such a long time. This is something that you will continually work with for a while, and you'll start getting more and more deeper layers as you go and build upon it. So just options upon options, awesomeness upon awesomeness. I am so thrilled with this set. I'm excited to see what more comes out of the publishing goblin because the quality is insanely good and the creativity is surpassing anything that I have seen in such a long time. If you have anything by the Publishing Goblin or 7 and you love it, please let me know in the comments section what it is because I would love to hear your stories about how great they are because I've had nothing but wonderful experiences with this. And if this is something that you're interested, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. Drop a sun emoji to let me know you have in the comments. And thank you so much to 7 for this. I wish you nothing but success and abundance with this new launch and with everything coming. I'm so excited for you. And thank you all for being here with me today. I love you and I like you. Thank you for bearing with my horrible sounding voice as I'm just getting over a cold. I appreciate you. I love you and I like you. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of the video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.